Balam, and the Honorable Namere, who is not here, and the Honorable
will be joining us.
Who will be joining us any time from now, and the Honorable Anyoto, who was with us the other day, for this campaign that you have embarked on in Eastern Uganda, and we're happy because it is started with Eastern Uganda. I was telling some audiences that in 2000, the Honorable Bidan Salim, then the Minister of Local Government, graded Bugizu as the most corrupted district in Uganda. And I thought that since then, things had improved in a way. But actually, with this movement across the region of Bugishu, we discovered that actually there has never been an improvement, except it's even worse. Because what he's mentioning to you is just a tip of the iceberg. It means that the system, even below, is much more rotten than we see on the surface. And this to let you know that this open movement by the leadership is not necessarily sweeping 100% the corruption in the region. We know that we're going to leave behind a mechanism with the support of the Anti-Corruption Unit of State House to continue following up cases, and even those cases we're not able to see or to be told by the population. And those cases will be dealt with to the bottom of it conclusively. And for that matter, as you said, the issue of the corrupt in this sub-region is on a calendar, and the time is ticking. It will be rooted out completely. I want to also say that the communities have been very, very helpful. We're using popular sentiments, popular complaints from the communities who are the victims of this vice, and themselves have been able to give us the names, the dates, the amounts of money, the mistreatment, the issue of abuse of office directly. And we have huge record that we have collected. And that means that what he's just mentioning is just but a few examples of what we're dealing with in the sub-region. The third one is that the people themselves, the officers, not everybody is corrupt. We still have some people who are good, who have been able to give us information and will continue to give us more information about the corrupt. These people are organized, they are syndicates, and they work together in collusion to make sure they beat the system. And that's why, as you said, we're going to look at the entire cycle, from the budgeting, from the work plans, all through the implementation, whether procurement of services, of personnel, of goods, of services, and then how they were procured, and then the implementation. And implementation, where we see that the choke point is the people who get the money through, approved and authorized, have collusion with those who plan. And as such, this is where we see the choke point, where the money is released and does not reach the beneficiary, or it goes only in part. Look at the PDM. People are supposed to get a net of 1 million shillings. They get between 970 and 600,000. So can you imagine, 600,000, they've taken off the entire 400, or 700, they've taken off 300, or 800, they've taken over the 200. And as such, the desired end state of the PDM will not be realized. And others are going to the extent of now giving out money to people outside their jurisdiction, from another parish, and others are doing it from another sub-county, others are doing it even from another district, because they know in your own parish you're going to make noise. You report to them. So they get somebody from another district who will not make noise. Others take people's identity cards and use them to obtain money, and these people get nothing. They tell them, oh, this time around you're not successful, only to cross-check that those people used the IDs of applicants to obtain money. And I can tell you that this is a tip of the iceberg, because we're not doing 100% audit, we're doing quick checks, but only to give us indications that the thing is more serious than it is. So for that matter, I want to say the Honorable Balam is the rightful cadre for this, because one, he's swift, secondly, he's intelligent, thirdly, he's very clever, and fourthly, he sees beyond the ordinary lines. He looks between lines, and he can tell there's something wrong here. Whenever he smells something and we go deeper, we find the rot. So to me, I want to compliment him and his colleague, the Honorable Namere, for taking up this charge. It takes a lot, by the way, of bravery to counter corruption. Why? The beneficiaries can use every means to discourage, every means to fail you, every means to blackmail you, and even kill you. And as he said, the security that he has and the security we're going to deploy for those cadres who are going to help us fight this vice is going to be necessary. We shall use every means necessary to counter those leaders who are behind all this, that are the planners and executors of the vice that we see today. Don't think they're just doing it on their own. They're doing it in a very highly schemed manner. They plan, they know how to execute, they know the choke point where they can get the money out, and so on and so forth. So right from the traffic officer who gets the money and distributes it upwards, to the health center who gets the drugs and sells it to the private clinics, and also the doctors who don't attend to their work because they prefer working in private clinics and doing their own work, leaving the government institutions, health facilities empty. And then even the chief, the parish chief, the sub-county chiefs, who also get portions of the money either diverted or in terms of collusion, eat it all together. I can assure you, we are on the top of this scheme. So far, the Honorable Balamu's discoveries give us a lot of clues scientifically as to how this game is being played around. And as such, we shall use Eastern Uganda as a case study to make sure we come up with a blueprint to fight corruption across the whole country. And this, we're working with all the institutions of law enforcement, the police, or the judiciary, and also all those workers, technical workers, who are able to give us the information, including the intelligence, whether the GISOs, the VISOs, whether the RISOs and DISOs. We're going to work with all of them, the crime intelligence, and we're also going to use counterintelligence. Counterintelligence means it's intelligence within intelligence. If you're an IO and you're doing work, just know that you're also being watched. And as such, we shall leave no stone unturned. So for that matter, to me, as the people of the sub-region of Bumasaba, Bugishu sub-region, we welcome Honorable Balam and his team, and we are working with you. We shall move with you every step that you take to make sure by the time you leave this region and you leave the machinery behind to do the sweeping and checking the remnants of the corruption, we will make sure that by the time you come back, you have very good report. So we want to ask you, as the fourth estate, the first estate is the executive.